everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to do makeup professionally for your corporate headshots or business work. I'm going to show you two different looks on this makeup here. One's going to be a more natural, subtle, basic look, and the second look is what I'm wearing right now that has a little bit more colors. I add more of eye makeup around my eyes, including some lashes. I am not a professional photo taker. I mean, I take selfies, I take pictures for my wedding and work that I post on my website, but nothing close to professional work. I am actually behind the camera that does the professional makeup and hair. So if you guys are interested or need my assistance, all my information is down below. Again, I am located in the San Francisco Bay Area. For this video, I am partnering up with a very talented professional photographer who is also located in the San Francisco Bay Area. Her name is Valentina. I will go ahead and link everything in the info box below. She is great at taking professional headshots, corporate work. She would be the perfect person to contact because she can direct you and teach you how to properly pose, not no like selfie for Instagram. I felt like this is a very important video for me to film for you guys today because I know a lot of people do take pictures for the professional headshot. You just need some guidance of colors and ways to apply on the makeup. So I thought it would be kind of cool to show you some of my tips and tricks that I learned along the way as a makeup artist. I am here just to bring out your best features as well. Just feel confident in your own skin. If you guys are interested on these looks that I created and showing some of my tips and tricks, then please keep on watching. So the first thing I did was just put the stupid headband on me because I just have all these crazy baby hairs and it's ridiculous. So I feel so preppy. So the first thing to achieve a nice smooth canvas is not just moisturize, but of course you want to exfoliate. So I'm just using this guy here. This is just one of my favorite drugstore face wash. It's a gentle exfoliation, it's not abrasive, and it smells really good, and it just evens out my skin texture. The next thing you want to do is moisturize. This here is a gel-based moisturizer. This is by Kenzoki. I love this. It smells really good. It doesn't contain any sunscreen. So the rule of thumb with sunscreen products, I know everyone's always asking, you're not supposed to wear it, are you wearing it, or a low SPF? So the real answer is that if it's a low SPF, yes, that should be fine. A lot of products do contain mica or some sort of a brightening effect or the sunscreen that causes that flashback. So when you're out in the sun and you have that sunscreen on your face and the sun is beaming on you, it's gonna act as a shield and bounce off to protect your skin. When taking still pictures and the camera has a flash, that's gonna basically act as a sun. So when you're taking a picture and that flash just turns on, and same effect, the sunscreen on your face is gonna bounce off like a shield, and that's what's gonna cause that ghostly white face. So always try to avoid products that contain that when taking still photos. I mean, a lot of times if you're just taking those pictures and you're not going to be under the sun for that long, it's not going to hurt you, but some people do require that because of their skin conditions. So anyway, so that's just basically the rule of thumb for sunscreen. The flash acts as the sun, so when you have that brightening effect or sunscreen, it's just going to act as a shield and bounce off the face. For this purpose, we're taking headshot pictures. I'm going to avoid any sunscreen, so this gel-based moisturizer is the way to go. I'm wearing this lip balm here, which is the La Rouge Perfecto. It doesn't give me any shimmery or color. It's just like your lips but better. So I love this because it's very hydrating. It contains hyaluronic acid, so this is perfect until I decide what kind of color I want to wear on my lips. And of course, we're trying to keep it neutral because this is just corporate headshots. We just want to keep it simple. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just jump on in. I'm gonna start with my brows. It's so annoying because sometimes I can really get my eyebrow game on point. Sometimes it takes like an hour. So the next step I'm going to do is, of course, prime my eyelids because I don't want my eyeshadow slipping around and getting crease marks. This is my favorite Lorac behind the scenes. So the next thing I'm going to do is carve my eyebrows with my oldie but goodie Nars Creamy Custard. The next thing I'm gonna do is gonna set this concealer. This is one of my old palettes here. This is all Makeup Forever shadows. And I'm just going to highlight the brow bone in a matte color, and I'm just gonna bring it all the way down. We're basically gonna keep this very neutral and more on the matte finishes than the shimmery. So I'm gonna take this color here, it's like a taupey color, and I'm just going to warm up the crease. Just kind of working it up to my eye bone right there. In the crease, fluff it out. I'm just letting the brush sink right in and kind of bring it up to my eye bone. Just softly diffusing the colors so there's no line of demarcation. So now I'm gonna take a more tapered brush. I'm gonna go in with this darker brown. Lightly handed, start right here in my eye crease. So I'm just kind of letting the brush sink right in there and just letting it rock in the eye crease. If it's easier, you can just let the brush sink in the eye socket while your eye is open so you can kind of locate it and just lightly work that product in there. And then you can start bringing it into the center of your eyes. And by this time you don't have any more product on the brush, so it's not going to be heavy-handed. Same goes on this side. We use this one, it's like a dark chocolate on the outer corners. I'm going to use more of a warmer color. I'm just going to lightly dust that in that same area. This time I'm not bringing it all the way in. I'm just really adding the intensity on the outer corners. Once again, take that fluffy brush and just fluff it away. So now you can kind of see that I have a faux crease going on. And once again, I'm gonna take that bone color. I'm gonna work it right on the center of the lid, just patting that product on there. So I'm basically just filling up that little area. My little tapping motions, you can really get the product onto the lid without having any fallouts on your cheeks. I'm gonna take an angled brush. I'm gonna take that same brown. So I'm gonna do feathery strokes against my lash line just to darken it without making it a strong liquid liner look. So I'm just gonna crimp my lashes, use a lash primer, and just build it up with mascara on this first look. When I use this mascara, I feel like it really does help with my itty bitty lashes. It could be long, but they're very thin and sparsy. So now that I have my eyes done, let's work on the complexion. Since I do have a lot of discoloration under my eyes and around my nose, I'm gonna use a color corrector. This one here is by Bobbi Brown in the shade Peach. So I'm just gonna use my ring finger to apply the product on, and I'm just gonna do dabbing motion. I love how this just neutralizes that blue. So after applying on the color corrector, I always have to set it. So I'm gonna use this yellow powder, and I'm just gonna lightly dust it under here, just so that it doesn't crease up. So when choosing a foundation for your complexion, you always want to find something that's really light and airy, but still have enough coverage for your face, but you don't want to have it so heavy. I already did the color corrector under my eyes, so I just really need to focus on the center of my face where it has the most discoloration. So a lighter type of formulation would be ideal. I have these two favorite foundations that do not contain sunscreen. They both give a more of illuminating look. They're both great foundations. I just don't know which one I should use. The color on this one's a little bit more suitable for me, whereas this one's a little bit more pinky. It's more neutral, so I'm steering towards this just because of the color, but I do like the finish of this too. I think I'm gonna stick with the Armani. I'm just gonna use a regular buffing brush. I'm just gonna start the color on the center of my face where, like I mentioned, I have the most discoloration. You always want to remember to apply on the foundation right along the hairline and bring it upwards slightly into the hair so that way you don't have that line of demarcation. I mean, already you can tell it's a beautiful finish. I feel like I have a lot of hyperpigmentation on the center of the face, so I just went in with a small amount and I just kind of worked it into the skin. I'm gonna set my foundation and I'm gonna be using my favorite powder. This is Cover FX. I love this. It doesn't contain any talc. It leaves a slight amount of color. Doesn't leave a hard finish on the cheeks, and it just blurs out the imperfections. So I'm gonna slightly contour my face, and I'm not gonna go heavy-handed. I just wanna give a little dimension into my face here. I still have a holiday weight on me, so I look like a potato. And just chisel out my bone structures a slight bit, because I want a little dimension, because I feel like it's just so round overall. Start on my ear here, and I'm just gonna lightly define my cheekbones. If you guys haven't seen my basic and contouring highlighting video, I'll go ahead and link that below for you guys to watch and learn. And again, I'm just gonna go in with the hairline and just kind of diffuse that line. Whatever's left over on my brush, I'm just going to contour my nose. So I am going to be highlighting, but I'm going to highlight with a matte shade. I'm just going to go in with the banana powder, and I'm just gonna highlight under my cheekbones where I placed the concealer. I'm just gonna bring it up to my temples. This is optional, but I'm gonna take my lash crimper and just kind of refluff my lashes because, like, seriously. Lips, I'm just gonna do something basic. I'm gonna use this Tarte boho lip liner, and I'm just gonna basically fill it in and use this as a lipstick because I really want a matte neutral finish. Jesus, this is my first time using a Tarte lip pencil, and boy is it pigmented. So I just went over this with a Givenchy lipstick, and again it's like a brown nude because I just want to keep this nice and soft and neutral. So this is the first look, really soft, neutral, no lashes, no highlight, just a soft contoured look. See how I have a big potato face, but with the contour it just kind of narrows it down. You're not gonna be like posing like for Instagram. Try not to have your chin so up high or down low. If you need to pull your hair back on one side or tuck it around your ear, want to make sure you know your angles and your features. So I like to take pictures like this. This is even a really good look if you have glasses, because if you're wearing falsies, sometimes the lashes are too long and it's probably touching the lens. It's kind of weird, like if you don't know how to pose for a picture, you can always just count in your head. When the photographer is telling you, counting back to 3, 2, 1, you can always look down, and when he says 3, 2, 1. Because it's kind of weird, sometimes you're just looking at the camera, you're just like, but many times you'll get that direction from the photographer. If that angle is like too low or too high, they will bring out your best features when taking photos. For the second look, I'm going to spice up my eyes a little bit, but not really dramatic. I'm gonna keep it soft and brown, but I think on the center of my lids, I'm gonna put a little bit of shimmer just to show you guys a different look, more of a dressier headshot look. Take this color, this is Cosmopolitan by Makeup Geek, and I'm just gonna basically put it in that area where that matte color on the lid on the first look. I'm just gonna use my finger to apply this on. I'm just gonna lightly dab it onto, like I said, on the lid space right there. Also gonna take the color Soft Brown, and this one's by MAC. And I'm just going to diffuse the crease a slight bit. I'm gonna take that same brown that I used on the first look as well, and I'm just going to dab it on the outer corners to make it a little bit more smoky, but not so intense. As you see, I'm not giving it any wing. I'm just going to line my lash line. Second look, I am going to be using falsies. I'm going to use this Demi Wispy, and this one is really subtle, but it gives a little bit of length, but it does help open up my eyes, which I do like. So I'm going to apply these on and show you that it's still soft and simple. I'm just going to take a liner and just tight line under my eye as usual, just to avoid any skin peeking through. Like I mentioned, I'm not going to be doing any winged liner because the lash line already looks thick enough already by applying just that little base of that liner. I normally don't do this, but for picture purposes, my eyes need to stand out, so I am going to be using a little bit of the black, a little brow gel, and just kind of groom the hairs in place. For the lip color, you could deepen it a bit if you like. Again, I'm just keeping it more of a matte finish. I just kind of did an ombre look on the lips, and I'm just blending it. I do like the lips. It does go with this blouse that I have on. So now I can have my blazer on, or I can, this is really cute. This is from BR, I love this. So I'm just gonna wear it like this. I think I'm just gonna leave my hair tied back for this shoot because I want to really show my collar and my neckline here. So if this bothers you, I mean, you can wear so many ways to take pictures. You can fold it so it looks like a typical blazer. 3, 2, 1. And once again, if you guys do wear glasses, you want to make sure that your falsies don't touch the lens. In this case, it does not, which is perfect. And that is it for my professional headshots look. And as you see, I incorporated 2 different looks here. Again, I'm not a professional in picture taking and just angling. I just have been learning tips and tricks along the way as a professional makeup artist. Again, if you guys do need some professional headshot looks, I'll go ahead and link everything down in the info box below for Valentina. She is, once again, a San Francisco photographer, and she can help you take your professional looks. I am here to show you some tips and tricks of how to apply on makeup. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment below. If you guys found this video helpful, or if you guys enjoy this, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. This will mean the world to me. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!